Hey guys, it's Robert here. Just going to do a quick video on how to change the oil and the supercharger for a Vortech V3 supercharger. I have it on my 2003 INFINITI G35 coupe. Just topped off changed the oil on it. I got my new bumper back today. That's back from paint, so I'm going to be putting that on this evening. But just changed the engine oil here. So this is my V3 supercharger from Vortech. As you can see, it's kind of hard to see. Let me grab a flashlight here. Well, obviously I can't find it. There we go. So on top of the supercharger, just depending on how yours is mounted, you got this plug right here. That is the dipstick for the supercharger, so you can check the fluid. And right down there, that one right there, that is, if we focus, that's the one that you're going to fill it up with. So Vortech V3 supercharger, it's self-oiled, it's not running into the oil pan, but you're going to fill it up from down there, and you're going to take out the dipstick as well to make sure that it is able to get air in there while it flows. So once you come down here, you'll see that I ran the plug, or the drain nipple right here, down here. So all you gotta do is hold that top bolt up top and twist the bottom, and it'll come out. So I'll try to film that, but that's all you really do to get the fluid out. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got the socket in there. It's just let's see, a hex head. It's probably not going to focus. Just a hex head like that. This is a 3/16. Works fine for me. I think it's a metric. I'm not really sure. But this one I haven't had any issues with. I've done the job for multiple changes now. So just put it on there. I normally find it on my car, it's easier to put it on there before you try to put the ratchet on there. So just break it loose. Obviously you don't want these things like super tight. You're gonna have some issues trying to get them off, and that's the last thing you want to do is strip these things. So try to get my big hand down in there and throw the ratchet on there. It's really a matter of getting it on there just right. Give me 1 second, I'm going to have to try to use 2 hands to get it off here. Alright, so I've got those off. It's a lot more difficult to record and do this with one hand. Let's twist that off. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, I had those reversed. Top one is not the dipstick. Top one's the breather valve, the breather screw. So there's actually, let me put this flashlight down. So if you can see, there's actually a breather hole right there. That's so it can breathe while the supercharger's running. So take that off, set that somewhere where you won't forget it. There. Twist off the bottom one. Normally I put the tool back in it just to give myself a little bit more reach. And honestly, since they're already round, there's not really anything for your hands to really try to reach on, or your fingers. So just unscrew that, set that to the side, pull this out. There's your dipstick right there. So as you can see, the fluid's actually red, special synthetic fluid for Vortech superchargers. So set that to the side as well. Then you're going to go down to the bottom. I'm going to try to record this, and just work with me, guys, because it's only me, and quite honestly, it's not the easiest thing in the world to try to do 2 things or 3 things at once. So got this, get my flashlight. So Trying to think about where you guys could see this at. So all I'm going to do is going to hold this top ring here. I'm going to twist this bottom one. So you just got to hold this with some pliers. Use a socket, or you can use some pliers on this bottom part. So I'll get back with you just a second after I do that. Alright, so now I've got that draining. As you can see, here's the drain plug, just a little metal drain plug, and you can see the fluid is red. That's that special type of fluid, so just different type of oil, and just have that draining down there. So in the meantime, while that drains, I'm going to run down to my room and grab the oil so I can get ready to put it back in, because it really doesn't take that long to drain and put the new one in. Alright, so I ran upstairs and I grabbed the supercharger oil. As you can see, it is Air Power Group synthetic supercharger lubricant for Vortech Paxton. So just red. It comes with the nipple on the top, so you have to do is cut that, and it comes in these bottles, this size bottle. So this, you put one bottle for every change. So I do mine every 3,500 miles. You don't have to do it that often, but I like to just change it with my motor oil. That way it's just one process. I'm not trying to balance between, oh, hey, did I change my supercharger oil? Did I change motor oil? You know, what things did I or did I not change? So that's it. So normally the trick I do, I just have some bendy straws, and I put a bendy straw because it's really hard on my car to get your bottle down there because you have a lot of stuff over here, plastic blocking it from the headlights. So I just put a straw right there, and then I just pour the fluid right down the straw. And even though the bottle is really small, it takes quite a while, because even if you cut the nipple where it can flow the most to fit in the straw, it just takes a while. But I imagine if you have a supercharger that's in a more ideal location, maybe a little bit easier for you and quicker. So whichever way works for you guys. But as far as for me, this is the easiest and quickest way for me to do it. So let me run and get some scissors, and I'll be back. Alright, so I cut the nipple off right there, just enough so it can fit in the straw. If it'll ever focus. Well, focus, come on. But either way, get the idea. Cut the nipple, put it down, put it into the straw like that, and just start squeezing it out. So I'll come back once I put it all in there. Obviously there's not much to see with a straw and oil. Alright, so I got all the fluid put in. Just make sure that before you do that, I went ahead and had already put in the drain plug, put that back in, and just once you're done filling it up, check it with the dipstick, which I just did, and tighten everything back down. You'll be good to go. So that's how you change the oil on a Vortech V3 supercharger on this application of 2003 INFINITI G35. Alright, stay tuned for more videos. I'm gonna get the bumper on, and then I'll do a little walk down or walk around of the G, let you know a little bit more about it and plans for it as I keep building it. Alright, thanks for watching, and like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more. Have a good one. Bye.